Hey everyone, welcome to your fun moves. Today we're focusing on a really fun full body, all strength style workout. As far as equipment goes, you're going to need to grab yourself maybe something a little bit heavier, medium, heavyish weights that you feel comfortable doing some deadlifts with. And then from there, we're also going to be doing some chest presses lying down on the ground. So you could probably grab something a little bit heavier for both of those movements. Pretty quick little workout today, getting you in and out and on with the rest of your day. So whenever you're ready, let's all get started in a seated position down on our mat. So sitting down on the ground, we're going to bring our legs out in front of us. Heels are going to be down on the ground. You're just going to start by windshield wipering the knees over to the right. And then up and over to the left. Okay, so let's try that one more time, up and over to each side. So over to the right. And then over to the left. Good. From here, you're going to bring your hands up off the ground and you're going to see if you can drop over top of that left shin. We call these 90-90s because we're trying to create about a 90-degree angle in sort of both of the knee joints. It may look like that, might look a little bit different, that's okay. And then option here, if you want to add a little bit more challenge, you can bring your hands out in front of you to switch to the other side. If that doesn't feel great for you today, no problem, just keep your hands back behind you. Nice, couple more there. I'm going to give you about a minute longer here to work through this, just alternating side to side. Again, if you want to add that little extra challenge, hands out in front of you, heels stay on the ground as you switch from side to side. So fairly simple format today, everybody. We'll kind of go through a quick little warm up, get your body moving, feeling good, building some mobility so that we can get into the shapes that we want for our strength work, which is going to be 2 movements that we're going to sort of alternate back and forth. So moving through it like a superset style. And then we'll have some movements to sort of finish everything off that we'll work through twice. All right, let's finish off one more. Nice, and then whenever you're ready from there, we're gonna come into an all fours position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and you're gonna kickstand your left leg out to the side. From here, you're gonna pull your butt back towards that right heel, pushing left foot into the ground, getting a nice little stretch into your adductors, and then we're going to shift forward. Couple more there, pulling butt back towards that heel, and then forward. Nice, and if you want to sort of play around with this one, you can also try sort of walking the hands over, and you can go more like heel on the ground. As you shift forward, this will be a little bit more hamstring focused. I'll kind of let you choose between the two, what sort of feels like it needs that little bit of space today. Nice, let's try the other side. We're gonna kickstand right leg out to the side. Same thing, pulling back towards that heel. You can keep foot flat. You could also try hands over to the side, heel on the ground, shifting it over, whatever feels good. Nice, everyone, about 10 more seconds there. Good, and 3, 2, 1. We're coming back into that all fours position. I want you to step your right leg back, left leg back. We're holding our high plank, and you're gonna step your left foot to the outside of that left hand. Option here, you can keep that right leg lifted. We'll be here for a little bit, or you can drop that knee down, whatever feels comfortable for you. Today, we're gonna take a big inhale, big reach up with that left arm. And then on your exhale, you're gonna drop your left forearm down towards the ground. 2 more there, big inhale, open up. Optional, keep that leg lifted or lower down, whatever feels good. Nice work, one more time, big inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop that elbow down. All right, other side, let's step right foot to the outside of that right hand. Big inhale, reach that right arm up. Fill up that rib cage, feel that rotation. Exhale, drop elbow down. Good, 2 more times, big inhale, big reach up. And exhale, drop it down. Nice work, 1 more. And exhale, drop it down. Nice work. From here, you can drop down to your knees, come to lie on your back, however is easiest for you. We're gonna come onto our heels with our heels a little bit further away from our butt. We're gonna bring elbows down towards the ground, push the heels into the ground. Our hips are gonna come up to the top of a glute bridge. You're gonna hold here, really thinking about pushing a hip crease up towards the ceiling as opposed to belly button up. We're gonna think hip crease straight up. Pull your butt back down, and maybe with a little bit of power, a little bit of oomph, you're gonna push those hips back up to the top of that glute bridge. Pull in hips down, exhale, push hips up. Good, digging those heels down into the ground. You should feel maybe a little something happening for your hamstrings, for your glutes. Nice work here, you got 10 more seconds. We're gonna flip it around. We're gonna find ourselves in a high plank position. There will be the option to drop down to the knees. In 3, 2, 1, nice work. Let's flip around. We're finding that high plank. I want you to bring your thumbs together to touch right underneath the shoulders. You're gonna take your feet about as wide as your mat. From here, we're dropping the hips down, shifting that weight forward so our hands are right underneath the shoulders. We're taking left hand, touching right shoulder. Place it down, other side, right hand touches right shoulder. Sorry, right hand, left shoulder, and place it down. We're here alternating side to side. Option to drop down to those knees. Choosing whatever option feels like the perfect challenge for your shoulders, core. We're still kind of warming things up. 10 more seconds wherever you are. We're gonna go through those movements one more time. Back into that glute bridge and our plank shoulder taps. In 3, 2, 1, nice work. Dropping those heels down. Option here, if you want to add a little bit more challenge, you can bring those heels a little bit further away from your body. We'll make it a little bit more hamstring focused. Getting those hamstrings waking up for our deadlifts. Nice, everyone, whatever option it is that you're holding, if your legs are a bit straighter out, heels are closing in or closer in. We're again creating that motion from our hips. In 4, 3, 2, 1, round 2 into our plank. In those shoulder taps, hands underneath those shoulders, good solid plank. Feet nice and wide will make your life a little bit easier. And imagine like you have a yoga block, a cup of coffee, a tea, whatever you want to imagine is on your low back. Nice, everyone, 10 more seconds here. We'll take a 30-second rest. We'll go right into our first strength set. We have deadlifts and chest presses. In 3, 2, 1, take that rest. Nice work, everybody. All right. We're gonna have 3 rounds through this, so feel free. First round can kind of be like maybe exploratory-ish round. You're kind of warming things up, and then the next 2 rounds, if you want, you can add a little bit more weight. We are gonna be working for time, 45 seconds, each of our movements, and we'll take a little rest in between each round. So first movement, we're gonna be working with our deadlift. We're creating motion from our hip crease, moving from flexion, so hip crease closing, to extension. My spine is staying nice and comfortably neutral. I'm not hyper fixating on it. However, I'm not rounding and creating motion from the spine. So whenever you're ready, let's grab onto our weights. We got 45 seconds. We're holding onto those dumbbells. My back is nice and strong, keeping those weights close into the body, sliding them down the front of my thighs, small pause at the bottom, coming up to standing because my hips are moving from that flex position to extension. Pace it with your breath. Inhale to lower down. Imagine you're sort of painting your thighs with your dumbbells, your kettlebells, whatever it is that you're using. First round, again, can be sort of like our warm-up round. In 4, 3, 2, 1, nice work. We're bringing it down to the ground. We're gonna go right into our chest presses. Feet are gonna stay flat on the floor. Dumbbells are coming up overhead. Let's start with those weights over top of the shoulders. From here, we're gonna rotate palms to face in slightly. So we're creating a triangular-like shape with those dumbbells. We're pulling them down, wrists stay in line with their shoulders. Sorry, wrists in line with the elbows. Exhale, big press up. 45 seconds here, control that lower. Exhale to press. Our first round still kind of working a little bit of a warm up, learning the movements. We're gonna get about 20 seconds to rest after this. In 3, 2, and 1, nice work. All right, that was our first round. How did that feel? Can you maybe try a little bit heavier? Do you want to maybe add a little bit more tempo? So that's going to be slowing it down a little bit more. If you don't have heavier weight, but you want to add more challenge, I challenge you to move a little bit slower. Think about lowering on a 3 to 4 second count. Small pause, exhale from there. That will increase time under tension, increase the load without adding more weight. Same thing with the chest press. We can slowly lower, think power to press up. All right, here we go. We got round 2 in 3, 2, and 1, 45 seconds here. Fifteen seconds, quality over quantity here. Good, 3, 2, 1, right into that chest press. Or if you want to add more challenge without increasing the weight, see if you can add a little bit more control as you lower the weights down. Nice tight grip. Nice, everyone. 15 seconds here. We get a quick rest. Then you have one more round. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, how did that second round feel? If you were feeling it, you could try adding maybe even more weight. You could try adding that tempo, or to stay exactly where you are if you're just building confidence with the movements. All right, last round, working with those deadlifts and then our chest press. And then we get to move on. All right, in 3, 2, and 1, go for it. Remember, feet about hip width apart. Big inhale to help create that tension, that bracing-like sensation. With the trunk, exhale, stands up nice and tall. Ten more seconds here. Finish off those quality reps. Three, 2, 1, last round of your chest press. Nice, everyone, we get a longer rest after this. We move on. We have 3 movements to work through. We only go through it twice. We'll be working at a little bit of a higher intensity. It's a little bit of a longer time frame. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, everybody. All right, grab yourself a quick sip of water if you need it. We're gonna be moving on. We have 3 movements. We're gonna be working with bicep curls. We're gonna have some alternating step back lunges. And then we're also gonna be working with some lateral side bends, working with that dumbbell. We're gonna be working at a higher rep range here. So I want you to grab a weight that maybe feels like a good challenge for that. But again, keeping in mind that we are only working for 2 rounds. We're gonna work for a minute, all of our movements. And whenever you're ready, we're gonna get started with the lunges. You can either work body weight here, or if you want, you can hold on to the weights down by your side. So whenever you're ready, we got a minute here stepping into our lunges. In 3, 2, 1, holding those weights suitcase style, stepping straight back, keeping that gaze forward, dropping that knee straight down. Now, if you're having a hard time staying a bit upright with your torso as you're stepping into that lunge, feel free, you can hold onto your weight goblet style. This will help you stay a little more upright. So again, a couple options for where to put that load to make it work for you and your body. So if you're finding with holding to the side, if you're kind of like collapsing down, you can try that goblet style. Nice, everyone, 10 more seconds here. We're going into alternating bicep curls in 3, 2, 1. I don't know who I think I am doing bicep curls with 20-pound dumbbells, but here we are. Switching it up, alternating bicep curl, full rotation, like you're scooping something up to that shoulder. We are here for a whole minute. I want you to sort of feel like by the end of this, that you're pretty much at failure. You're like, ooh, working hard for that bicep curl. Nice, everyone, 15 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. All right, we're moving on. We have our lateral side bend, getting some lateral flexion into the spine. We're gonna be working 30 seconds each side. Ooh, my weight's rolling away. We're bending up and over to that right hand side. Left hand behind the head. Exhale, pulls you back through. If you've never done these before, feel free to work with a lighter weight. However, this should feel really nice. Get that length through the spine, strengthening everything laterally. Ten more seconds, we switch sides. In 3, 2, 1, other side. We're gonna move right into our second round. So going right back into our lunges. Another reason why I'll sometimes like the goblet position too. We have been doing a lot of gripping throughout this sequence. So sometimes holding onto the weights suitcase style on by our sides is just a little bit too much grip wise. Although it's a good challenge, you could also try the goblet style for that reason. Good, in 3, 2, 1, let's go right back to it. One more round. We're going into alternating step back lunge whenever you're ready. Now the goal is to feel pretty challenged by the end of this minute. Halfway. This will probably get your heart rate up a little bit. Great, I love it. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, right into your alternating bicep curls. Remember, I want this to feel pretty hard by the end, whenever you're ready. Nice work, everybody. Quick workout, efficient. Halfway through your bicep curls, we got one more round of our lateral flexion. 15 seconds. Stay moving to the end. I know you're probably feeling this by now. I am. We got 10 more seconds. Stay with me here. In 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Let's finish off that lateral flexion. 30 seconds up and over to each side. And I know I said you were done, but I got one more sneaky little thing for you. Finish things off. It won't require a ton of learning skill. We're just going to get right into it. We're not going to think about it too much. Halfway. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Let's take that weight. Other side whenever you're ready. Nice, everyone. 15 more seconds here. You're gonna put your weight down and we're gonna drop down into a forearm plank. I'll provide you with a couple options. In 3, 2, 1, nice work. Let's bring it down to the ground. You're coming into that forearm plank, elbows right underneath the shoulders. Dropping those hips down, pushing the floor away. And then option here, you can just keep holding, or if you want, you can drop down to the knees. If you're feeling confident, strong in this plank, I want you to think, pull your elbows back towards your toes. If you're in your knees, think about pulling your elbows towards your knees, knees towards your elbows. Nice, keep that pulling in, that locked in sensation. This is how we finish. You're holding for 20 more seconds. Whatever option it is, make sure we look up ever so slightly over top of our mat. I don't want to see you looking down. Look up, push the floor away with those forearms. Good, keep holding strong. Hug those glutes together with whatever option it is that you're holding. Toes, knees, we got 10 more seconds. Breathe through this one with me. We're almost done. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down to those knees. Bring your belly button down. Palms face down and look up towards the ceiling. Nice work, everybody. That was your quick little workout. Let's cool things down. And then you get to go on with the rest of your day. Nice, while you're down here, getting a little bit of extension for your spine, so rounding. What do you think? Big inhale into the belly button, into your stomach, and exhale. Good, one more like that. Nice, then from here, you're gonna bring yourself up. We're gonna finish very similar to how we started. You're gonna come down to that seated position, legs out in front of you. And let's see what happens if we windshield wiper the knees to the right, and then to the left, And then we're gonna come over to the right and you're gonna stay there and you're gonna drop over top of your right shin. Now, if you find getting down to the ground doesn't feel great for you, if you happen to have like weights or even yoga blocks nearby, you can use that to kind of help bring the floor to you. And we're gonna hang out here for 45 seconds. Nice work, everyone. Quick little hitter. Hopefully kind of getting a little bit of everything in, a little bit of mobility, a little bit of strength for your lower body, your upper body, your core. Good, and as you relax into this one, maybe you get a little bit more mobility into that right hip. You can sink a little bit lower. We're gonna switch to the other side in 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Drop the knees over to the left, and we're gonna stay over there. Again, option, if you want something to bring the floor to you, you could bring a weight, yoga block, maybe even like a foam roller to help prop you up. No problem. Nice, everyone. Keep holding there. Breathe into it. Enjoy that little stretch. It feels so good on my hips. I love it so much. You got 10 more seconds. I got sweatier than I was expecting, everyone. Those 1 minute lunge intervals, I just knew it was gonna get me. And it did. All right, take your hands back behind you. You can windshield wiper the knees right, left, just to kind of shake that out. And that is your workout, everybody. You are all done. Thank you so much for choosing to move your body with me today. Let me know what you thought of that one. You can leave me a little comment down below. Other than that, I can't wait to get moving with you next time. Bye.